Tech Talk Alert. After our latest digital life hack, you're going to hear one of my weekend show's best calls. You don't want to miss it. 4th of July is coming up, and AAA says about 71 million people will travel over 50 miles during the week, the most ever. I'm Kim Commando for Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. Accelerate your AI workload today. Take a free test drive at oracle.com/Kim. Unfortunately, record travel means more accidents and road rage. Being a defensive driver helps, but a dash cam offers extra protection. If you're in an accident and not at fault, having footage makes it easier to prove. Unfortunately, no two dash cams are made equal. When choosing a dash cam, look for one with at least 1080p resolution for clear footage. A wide field of view, 120 degrees or more, will capture a better scope of the scene. Good low-light performance is crucial for night recording. Built-in GPS can log speed and location, and a dash cam that records while parked can catch hit and runs. Make sure that you get a dash cam before hitting the road this holiday. Good news, I have the top 3 reviewed on my website right now at commando.com, Komando.com. Now, check out this amazing call from the show. It's a real gem. Jeffrey in Springfield, Illinois. Hi, Jeffrey.
Hey, Kim. Thanks for taking my call. First, I want to say your intro music to your show gives me flashbacks to when my mom and her aunts would gather around the TV and act very unladylike when Tom Jones came on.
I know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's a lady, right?
Exactly. They weren't. So to my point, I want to know if QR codes are secure, especially for use by banks who have a lot of sensitive and personal information.
Explain.
Well, I work with a small bank in a rural community, and we were doing what I call a small batch direct mail marketing for the loan department. As you probably gathered, the refinance market has dried up. Nobody wants to refinance.
Sure.
So we're trying to give people an idea of that they have the equity in their homes for existing loans. They might be able to apply that to things that they want, like a vacation, home remodel, et cetera, et cetera.
Sure.
So on the piece itself, rather than have, contact us by typing in this email address or calling us, a QR code that would be scanned, and then it would go directly to the bank's email. It was an easy step. It's not a game breaker that we don't use it, but I just wanted to dip my toe in the water when it came to using QR codes. The bank was a little reluctant, saying that there were security issues. And I'm like, QR codes are everywhere now.
Yeah, they are everywhere.
So that's why I came to you.
Well, they're everywhere because they're so easy to create, right? And they are being used for malicious purposes. And so, but I think if you could create a QR code, and you can create a custom QR code, okay, that has somehow the brand of the bank in the QR code around it, part of it. So it looks like it's from the bank, and then it just goes to the bank's contact form. They don't have to log in. They don't have to do anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
That it's not going to feel weird. The other thing too, make sure, of course, it's coming in on official bank stationery, and maybe the envelope is truly handwritten, because people are more likely to open that. And because it's a small community bank, if you could have the president of the bank sign that letter instead of just using a fake signature, that I really think that would make a difference. And to make people feel more secure, and also to have that personal relationship with the bank. And so if the bank president, he or she can say, next to where it says "Dear Bob," maybe, just put a little smiley face or something, or down, or maybe underline a few lines in it, and then do a hand signature. I think you'll probably find your response rate is really higher than if you were just do a whole form feed, mail merge type of thing, and then just sending it out. And I know there are a lot of, people that are making envelopes look like their hand signature, but it's not. And that's where you could really distinguish this and use real stamps instead of postmarks. I mean, there are different things you can do that, because you're not talking about 50,000 people, that maybe you could even make it just a little bit more personalized. And on that QR code, if they hit the QR code, maybe there's a way that you can say, "Hi, Kim, thanks for getting our letter." And so it feels more like, it's not going to feel so much like, oh, where am I? And this is a scam. And you can actually put in there, you do not need to log in order for you to get more information. Your email is encrypted. So just to put everything all out there to squelch the fears. Am I making sense?
Right. Yeah, you are. When you say branding, I've noticed that a lot of QR codes now have in the center of them logos of
exactly
the organization that is out there. Now, when I say small batch, we're talking about 10 at a time.
Oh,
and,
wow.
A very small batch. And the whole idea was that there would be follow-up calls. We just wanted to make it easier to see, kind of weed out people who would just say, yeah, I don't even want this to begin with. But if they were to respond, then we thought, well, that's a hotter lead than just having a cold call back to them. So,
does the letter tell them how much they would be looking at as far as with money?
Well, that was something I had proposed, but it would be too arduous on the loan department to have to dig through. And so we decided to go with this other approach. Like I said, it's not a game changer that we don't use a QR code, but it got me curious because I got pretty well slammed down when I said it was dangerous.
Well, it's dangerous. Yeah, it can be dangerous when it's not used the right way, right? I mean, and if it's not presented the right way. But I think if you could get the branding in there and you put all the disclaimers that this is fine, you don't need to enter in we're not asking you to log in. This is just for information only. We're not going to sell, lease, distribute your email address to anybody ever. So put all that good, happy stuff in there that I think it would probably work. But again, nothing like that personal touch too on that handwritten signature. Jeffrey, thank you for your call today. Hey, a huge thank you for streaming with me. Now, if you're puzzled about something techie, I'm your gal. Just find the Email Kim link over at Komando.com and let those questions fly away. Now, every email gets my eyeballs, I promise. And keep your digital life in the know. Be sure you sign up for my free newsletter over at GetKim.com.